Dan Plesac joins us now from the MLB Network. Dan, welcome. How are you?
Mike, I'm doing great. Seems just like yesterday we were talking at Citi Field at the All-Star game,
It was just yesterday. The summer goes very quickly. Let me update people. The Yankees will start at 4:30. Yes, will be leaving us a little while for that. Andy against Happ. So we'll see if they can continue their mastery of the Blue Jays. Right now, Tigers batting bottom 9, trailing Minnesota 7-6. And Kershaw, the best pitcher in the National League, and baseball shut out the hapless Miami club today, and Cincinnati won 2-1. All right, let's get to Dempster, back to Dempster for a second. Dan, what was your take on that, and what's your take on what Ortiz said?
I didn't particularly like it, Mike. Listen, we could go on and on about A-Rod. You know, is he right? Is he wrong? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? I kind of took offense to it. Listen, A-Rod wasn't the only guy, and we've come to know this throughout the years, that have dabbled in the PEDs. It was rampant in the mid-'90s, the early 2000s. A-Rod's the big name. He's the big ticket. I don't know the facts. I don't know the truth, but it seems like, he's been caught a couple of times. We don't know how long he's been on PEDs. Nobody knows but Alex Rodriguez. I just didn't like the fact of it is, if you're Ryan Dempster, I don't know the point that you're trying to prove that, hey, he shouldn't be playing. These are meaningful games for us. You shouldn't be playing. You should be suspended. I didn't like the whole thing. The first pitch, it looked obvious to me. The next two, not so much. The 3-0 pitch that hit him right up above the elbow guard, that's about as blatant as it gets from a guy that has really good control, Mike. I didn't particularly care for it myself. That's just my personal opinion.
All right. How do you think, Dan, the team handled it? He not only gave up a 420-foot home at A-Rod, he also lost the game. So, I mean, and I don't know that he woke up the Yankees. They were playing fairly well before they got there. They've played better since. Do you think the team appreciated that? Or do you think they were looking at him like, what the heck are you doing here?
Well, you know what I think? I think if I try to look at it this, Mike, if I was a player on the Yankees, I mean, it's a huge distraction. You have enough media covering you already, and then you add A-Rod and this whole, biogenesis thing to the mix. I'm sure players are tired of talking about it. They're getting asked about it every day, and I'm sure, he joins the team almost in mid-season. A lot of guys haven't been with him since spring training. They're looking at this circus, and all of a sudden, Dempster takes 2 shots at him, misses him on the first pitch, drills him on the 4th pitch. And I think, if anything, even if you agree or you disagree with what A-Rod has done, what his past is, I think if you're a player for the Indians, you sit there in the dugout as a former player. I say, hey, wait a minute, let what's going to happen. But who is Ryan Dempster? And I'm not blaming the Boston Red Sox for what happened. And I'm sure that John Farrell didn't order, hey, you know what? Hey, let's send a message to this guy. I mean, I didn't like it at the time. I like it even worse now. I mean, what's going to happen to Alex Rodriguez is going to handle in the courts and with Major League Baseball, and it just seemed foolish for me for Ryan Dempster, who's a really good guy. I was really surprised. I had covered him a lot in Chicago when he was with the Cubs. He's really one of the game's good guys, Mike. I don't know what brought this on. I didn't like it and still don't like it.
Talking with Dan Plesac. All right, Yankees have played better. They still have a lot of things to do in terms of making it, but they've made up ground. They've won 8 out of 11 games. They've, 9 out of 12 to be exact. They've also won 4 in a row. They've made up some ground. They now have closed the gap a little bit. Still have a lot of work to do, but the team's clearly playing better. Do you take the Yankees as a serious threat now?
I do, and I think the 2 keys, Mike, for the Yankees, CC Sabathia pitching. They've got to get CC to step up these next 30-plus games. He's been good. He's been bad. We haven't really seen the dominant CC. If he can step up and have 5 or 6 really good starts, I think that's what the Yankees need from the pitching end. And from the everyday lineup, Curtis Granderson. If he can get going, and listen, he's missed most of the season on the DL with a broken hand, and he's had a miserable go with it staying on the field. This is almost like an abbreviated spring training for the Grandy man right now. But to me, the 2 keys, Granderson in that everyday lineup makes that short porch in right field. When he's healthy and he's good, he's a 35 home run guy. I think they miss that in the lineup right now. Sabathia and Granderson, to me, are the keys. If they're good the next 5.5 weeks, the Yankees, and I'll tell you what, Mike, I'm buying them because I think they're better than the Orioles. I really do. I think their lineup has enough. Are they going to get Jeter back? I don't know, but it is the Yankees, and don't ever count the Yankees out. Would I bet money on them? Probably not, but I wouldn't count the Yankees out. I think they're in the mix for one of the wild cards.
Yeah,
I don't think they can win the division, but they're in the mix for the wild card.
And, you guys who do this every day on MLB are going to be completely immersed in the American League. The National League is done.
National League's done.
Completely done. The 5 teams are in the playoffs.
Mike, you take a look at this now, and it looks like Boston and Tampa are in. I think the battle for the wild card is going to be between the A's. It's going to be between the Indians, the Orioles, and the Yankees. And it's going to be those 4 teams. Something tells me, Mike, I trust the Yankees more than I trust the Orioles. And I know a lot of people, the Orioles are a vastly improved team. Chris Davis is playing out of his mind. I'm just not buying the Orioles starting pitching. They have to use 3 or 4 pitchers every night, and that's why I think it's key. If CC Sabathia steps up and pitches like a top-of-the-rotation guy, I think the Yankees have a big shot to be in the picture, and I wouldn't count them out of the wild card.